The following is a segment from Session 8 of the Honestly Better Mental Fitness Show. If you would like a list of all the segments and the full sessions, please visit honestlybetterfitness.com/list. That's honestlybetterfitness.com/list.
Welcome to L&H Industrial's Honestly Better Mental Fitness. I'm Mike Lomber. I'm the president of L&H Industrial, standing in the middle of a breezeway in the shop in Tempe, Arizona, to get an idea of what we do behind us here. I found mental fitness a few years ago, and it changed my life. It's changed my family's life. And now we'll bring it to all of L&H Industrial and recording it to put it out for us to hearing. Thank you for joining.
That's it. If you have thoughts, questions, challenges, I'd love to hear it. And if not, then we'll have a great rest of your day.
I'd like to jump in and kind of summarize something that's been going through my head on, and this is a great foundation for mental fitness and relationships, which I agree love, and the relationships and accepting yourself and having the others accept you and being able to accept them is, I mean, this is really the root of a lot of people's problems that blows them up. So for L&H, where I've been headed is, number one, get our mental fitness, have the mental fitness, which is what you're doing for us, being our mental fitness coach, and that being available to all of the people and their people, right? So their spouse or their significant other and their kids, which is a huge part of their mental fitness. So you get that right? And you're never going to be done with this because it's a practice. This is all a practice, right? But you get the mental fitness and start getting your basics put together on that. And then you focus on unique ability, which we've got some resources for that from Julia Waller and Strategic Coach that people can do to figure out their unique abilities, or you can just talk to me and I can help you, or Travis can help you with it. And so once you have mental fitness and you have unique ability, you're really creating this heaven, your own heaven on earth, right? In that process. So you're becoming a more productive human being. And I would say, and I don't think this is a stretch at all, you're going to live a longer, healthier life just by doing that. I think a lot of the health problems that we start mentally, right? Just like they say in sports, 98% of it's mental. I think in health, 98% of it's mental as well. Mm-hmm. So we get mental fitness and we get unique abilities or natural abilities, whatever you decide to call it. And then we get into flow, and that's individual flow. And if you're in unique ability, you can drop into flow, and we can, you will automatically drop into flow. Flow is when you were doing something you enjoyed so dang much that your day just went really fast or really slow. And it was just amazing, right? You love it. So individual flow. So that's the stack deck for that I would wish for myself and everyone else. Mental fitness, then unique ability. I spend about 90% of my time in unique ability now. And then flow. I would say I spend 50% of my time in flow, which is high numbers. And those are all self-guessed numbers. Once you have those, what I really want to get us into at L&H is team flow, or group flow, they call it, right? And team or group flow is what the Chicago Bulls in the 90s experienced, right? When it's just beautiful to watch, or a symphony or an orchestra or entertainers, right? This group flow, but you can have this group flow even in a machine shop, even in a company, right? And we hit the stride once in a while, but then we don't, and it's a practice too. So that's really what we're doing all of this work for is mental fitness, then unique ability, then flow, and then group flow. And when we achieve that, and we'll continue, we already achieve it, so we'll continue practicing it and getting better at it. But we create our own heaven on earth and our group heaven in our companies, right? And then you do that individually because, like Travis said, you can't help but spread that out. It's contagious. People will see you doing it and they'll want some. They'll be coming closer to you trying to figure out what you're doing. And I would say something else, Travis, and I'd be interested in your opinion on this. You build up an immunity towards people that aren't that would be the nemesis of that. Does that sound true to you, Travis?
It depends on what you mean by an immunity, like not be impacted by people that are not.
So people that you would think that there's a lot of people that would be so mad about you having a beautiful life that they would come in and try to wreck it. And they do for a while you're learning it and while you're still not sure. But when you're sure and you're really in unique ability and you're really in your own love and you're really in flow, you see them come up and then they just go away because they can't compete with that because they're vibrating at a lower level and they're not as strong as you are. So they go away and they go play with somebody else.
Yeah, I say I either see two responses. Either they change their mind and they want to join you, or they turn around and go away.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So you basically, the better mental fitness and the better you are at these practices, you build up an immunity, and I see that in the company and in particular people. So
yeah, and I think part of the meaning behind immunity is like it doesn't impact you. Like immunity is like a kid can be around you, but you don't get it. And so it's almost like you are not impacted by their way of being. And I would say like either they become more like your way of being, they want to vibrate at the same frequency that you're vibrating at, or they move the opposite direction. But either way, you are immune to it. It essentially means you are not impacted it. Like you're not going to come down to their level. Either they can come up to where you are, or they can move somewhere else, but it won't impact you. And I think that's like resiliency, right, is what you're talking about right in there.
yeah,
It's the same thing you said in your racquetball game, right? Like you can miss a shot and be fine and keep going. Or you can miss a shot, get angry at yourself, start beating yourself up, and then you start spiraling down. It's becoming immune to missing as well, of becoming immune to other people, like holding and maintaining where you are regardless of your external circumstances. I think that's kind of some of in there.
Yeah, so those other things will still exist, those other groups and people and ways, and they're not wrong ways. Doing it the other way works too. So there's no judgment. It's just that we're very clear on what we want, what we're trying to create, and who we want to play with, and those are the people we're attracting, and we're repelling the other things, and that's okay. That we get to do that. We should do that, personally and professionally.
Right.
So
I think that's the accepting and embracing. Like I accept that that's where you are, and I have no need to change you, and I embrace you, and you can either come join us, or you can go somewhere else. And either way is okay. That's kind of what I hear you saying in there.
So any of the L&H people, you like that? Is it confusing? Am I headed the wrong direction? What do you think? We'll keep heading that direction then.
It's unanimous.
Unanimous.